They're off stride behind the gate went Dorford. Out to the lead goes the 4, Frank the Tank. Moving up the inside is the 3, For Me and You. Outside is the 6, Negotiable Truth. Moving up on the outside 4th, that's the 7, RT Buddy. Inside 5th is the 1, RT Grace and Glory. 6th on the outside is the 5, Jurassic Jasmine. Moving up the inside, taking over that 6th spot is the 2, PA Rocket. As they race around the turn, Dorford in 8th, catching up to the pack. They're by that opening quarter in 29 and 4, 29 and 4/5. For the first quarter, as Mike Wilder will lead this field by the stands for the first time. Negotiable Truth on top, racing second. That's Frank the Tank. Third is For Me and You. Fourth is RT Buddy. RT Grace and Glory trots in 5th as they head into the turn. 6th is PA Rocket. Racing 7th is Jurassic Jasmine, and trailing the field is Dorford by the half in 101 and 1. 101, 1/5 for the half. So we're on to the backside now. Frank the Tank moves to the outside and takes over that top spot. For Me and You will follow suit. Now moving up to second. Here comes RT Buddy on the outside as well. RT Grace and Glory stays to the inside 5th. Outside moving up 6th is PA Rocket. Jurassic Jasmine follows that cover in 7th. Dorford still in 8th. They head into the turn towards the 3/4 marker. In 131 for 3/4, round the final turn. It's Frank the Tank on top. But RT Buddy making up ground, gets a little rough there, slides to the outside. Here comes PA Rocket. We'll go up the middles. There at the top of the stretch coming home. Frank the Tank has it. For Me and You takes a peek to the outside. PA Rocket still coming on, now takes over second through the lane. Frank the Tank is in front. PA Rocket second. Frank the Tank. Time for the mile, 2 minutes, 4/5. They're off. That's the 5, Act Fast. Out to the lead on the outside, looking for second. That's the 6, Seaside Sailing. Inside third is the 4, Delightful Summer. Away 4th is the 3, TSM Sergeant Wolfie. Inside 5th will be the 1, Bone Shaker. And 6th is the 2, Oasis in the Desert. Bit spread out around that first turn. Brad Burke and Act Fast are on the engine, racing second. That'll be Seaside Sailing as they start to tighten up a bit at that first quarter marker in 27 seconds. A quick 27 for the first quarter. By the stands for the first time. It's Act Fast, followed by Seaside Sailing in second. Delightful Summer is third, racing 4th. That's TSM Sergeant Wolfie. Catching up 5th is Oasis in the Desert, and 6th is Bone Shaker into the turn. Over to the halfway marker. Act Fast has the lead. Right there in second, that's Seaside Sailing, as they'll reach the half in 56 and 1. 56 and 1/5 for the half. On to the backside now. That's Delightful Summer racing third, and will go off stride, catch back on. TSM Sergeant Wolfie still in 4th. 5th, that's Oasis in the Desert, and 6th is Bone Shaker. Spread out field heads over to the 3/4 mark in 123 and 3. 123 3/5 for 3/4. They'll head around that final turn. Act Fast is strong on the front. Well clear in second is Seaside Sailing. 4 wide on the outside coming from the back. Here comes Bone Shaker. Battles at the back of the field, but up front, it is all Act Fast through the lane. Act Fast is going to walk home in this one. Seaside Sailing for second. Now moving up to third, that's Oasis in the Desert. But Act Fast wins this one in 152 and 4. Two-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters revved up and ready for race 3. They're off. First out for the lead is the 2, Your Ride Is Here. Outside second is the 6, 7, Husbands. The 1, Crytific, has gone off stride. Away third is the 3, Silverstein. 4th, That's the 4 in New York. 5th is the 5 RT Wonder Colt. And now back trotting is the 1 Crytific. As this field of 6 makes their way through the turn. Your Ride is here, and Brady Brown will trip the timer at that first quarter pole in 30 and 2, 30 and 2/5 for the first quarter. They'll head by the stands for the first time. Your Ride is here, has the lead. 7 Husbands is second. Closing the gap third is Silverstein. 4th is In New York. Racing at 5th is RT Wonder Colt. And at the back 6th, that's Crytific. Through the turn and to the half. Your Ride is here, is there in 1 minute and 4/5. 1 minute, 4/5 for the half. Onto the backside, racing second. That's still 7 Husbands. Silverstein is third. In New York, trotting in 4th. RT Wonder Colt is 5th. And good bit back to Crytific in 6th. As the battle for the lead tightens up a bit towards 3/4, it's still Your Ride is here with the lead. 7 Husbands right there in second. 1:29 and 4 for 3/4. 1:29, 4/5 at the 3/4 marker. It's been all Your Ride is here so far. 7 Husbands has closed up in second. Silverstein has made up some ground in third as well as they're into the lane. Your Ride is here. Strong on the front, 7 Husbands is second. Silverstein going to settle for third. Coming home, it's all Your Ride is here. Time for the mile, 1:58, 4/5. Two-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers ready for race 4. They're off stride behind the gate went the 2 Suma Guy. Out for the early lead is the 5 Undercover Speed. Outside second to challenge is the 7 Our Farm. Now goes to the front. Away third is the 6 When Is Parade. 4th to the inside is the 4 Generational Wealth. Away 5th is the 1 Say Less. Getting a bit rough in the turn was the 3 Henry Sugar. And Suma Guy will move up to 6th. They'll sort it out single file and reach that opening quarter marker in 30 and 3/5, 30 and 3 for the first quarter. As Mike Wilder and Our Farm lead the field by the stands for the first time. Pacing second is the 5 Undercover Speed. Third is When Is Parade. 4th is Generational Wealth, followed by Say Less in 5th. Suma Guy is 6th, and a few lengths back to Henry Sugar in 7th. Into the turn, over to the half. It's Our Farm with the lead. They'll reach the half in 1 minute and 3/5. 1 minute, 3/5 for the half. 30 seconds for that second quarter. On to the backside now. Racing second, that's Undercover Speed. Third is When Is Parade, followed by Generational Wealth in 4th. Say Less in 5th. Suma Guy is 6th. Henry Sugar trying to catch up in 7th. No movement yet. It's Our Farm. He's had it his way thus far. Over to 3/4, they'll reach in 1:30 and 1, 1:30, 1/5, 29 and 3 for the backside. Moving to the outside, here comes When Is Parade. Generational Wealth will follow that cover. Say Less dropping back in 5th. Suma Guy to the outside 6th. There at the top of the stretch, they turn for home. Our Farm trying to sprint off with this one. Undercover Speed battles it out for second. When Is Parade now moving up, as well as Generational Wealth. Generational Wealth. When Is Parade gets the win, 1:58 and 1. Two-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters at the gate for the 5th. They're off. It's the 6 Time-Will Kryptonite going to the early lead. Side by side for second between the 4 Tommy Collins. Inside is the 3 Barfly Bandit. Moving up on the outside is the 5 Royal Flush Deo. Away 5th is the 2 Another Round, and 6th will be the 1, Father's Credit. Our Tommy Collins going after the leader, Timel Kryptonite. Those two will go side by side through that first turn. Royal Flush Deo stays to the inside third. Fourth is Barfly Bandit. Another round is fifth, as they're by the first quarter in 30 seconds. 30 seconds flat for that first quarter. As our Tommy Collins and Tom Sverchik lead the steel field by the stands for the first time. Second is Timel Kryptonite. Now moving to the outside and retaking that top spot. Royal Flush Deo stays to the inside third. Barfly Bandit is fourth. That's another round in fifth. Father's Credit trails. Field of 6 lined up nose to tail into the turn over to the halfway marker. Timel Kryptonite. One at the front. Takes him to the half in 102 and 2. 102. 2/5 for the half. 32 and 2 for that second quarter. They head down the backside. It's Timel Kryptonite with the lead. Our Tommy Collins right there in second. Royal Flush Deo still third. Barfly Bandit is fourth, followed by another round fifth. Father's Credit sixth. Still in straight alignment as they move towards the 3/4 mark. Timel Kryptonite and Brady Brown have the lead. They'll take them by 3/4 in 133. 133 for 3/4. 30 and 3 for that backside. Round the final turn. Pace starts to pick up. Timel Kryptonite strong on the front. Our Tommy Collins going to try and hang on in second. As Royal Flush Deo takes a peek to the outside. Top of the stretch there coming home. It's all Timel Kryptonite in front. Our Tommy Collins with some speed there in the lane. Getting closer. Not close enough. It's Timel Kryptonite in front. Time for the mile. 2:01 4/5. Race 6 Pacers ready to roll. They're off. The 2, Ty Hanover, fires out to the lead on the outside. Here comes the 4, Lindy Dragonwater. Inside third is the 1, Lord Strange. In rough in fourth is the 5, Cattle Drive. Outside moving up is the 7, I'm a Proud Captain. Sixth is the 3, Southwind Spencer. And on the outside, 7th is the 6, Suma Wrestler. Sort things out around the first set of turns. Ty Hanover and Jeremy Endoff are on top by the first quarter in 28 and 4. 28 and 4. Quick first quarter for these 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. Racing second is Lindy Dragonwater. Third is Lord Strange, followed by Cattle Drive in fourth. I'm a Proud Captain paces fifth. Sixth is Southwind Spencer. And Suma Wrestler is seventh into the turn. Over to the halfway marker, Ty Hanover shows the way in this one. Lindy Dragonwater still in second. That's Lord Strange in third, followed by Cattle Drive in fourth by the half in 59 and 2. 59 2/5 for the half. Back off a bit to a 30 and 3 second quarter. Down the backside, it's Ty Hanover in command. Lindy Dragonwater trying to keep up in second. Lord Strange is third. That's Cattle Drive fourth. I'm a Proud Captain is fifth, followed by Southwind Spencer sixth, and Suma Wrestler seventh. As the pace picks up a bit down that backside, Ty Hanover by 3/4 in 127 and 3. 127 3/5 for 3/4. 28 and 1 backside. As Ty Hanover is going to try and sprint off from the field. Lindy Dragonwater still second. Cattle Drive is third. They're 3 wide for fourth, but they're into the stretch, and Ty Hanover is clear in front, but Lindy Dragonwater closing in second. Lindy Dragonwater moves to the outside. Ty Hanover, Lindy Dragonwater tight at the line in 155 1/5. Race 7, 2-year-old trotters are underway. The 3, Hot for Her, puts ahead out front. To the inside, the 1, Pixie Stardust. Backing off between horses is the 2, Rena LaBelle. From the outside, here comes the 4, Don't Ask Again, and the 6, Stand on Business. Mooter Tooter will back off in 6th, as Don't Ask Again wants the top spot. Anthony McDonald will take it from Hot for Her. Racing at third will be the 1, Pixie Stardust. Stand on Business will settle in 4th. Rena LaBelle will be 5th, Mooter Tutor at the back in the 6th. 30-3 for that first quarter. 30 3/5 for the opening quarter, as Don't Ask Again leads field by the stands for the first time. Hot for her. Right there in the second, Pixie Stardust. Trotting third. Fourth is Stand on Business. Racing fifth is Rena LaBelle. Mooter Tutor is sixth. They head into the turn over to the halfway point. Don't Ask Again for the Twaddle Stable is in front. 102 for the half, 102 flat for that half. Onto the backside now. Movement comes from mid-pack. Here comes the 6. Stand on Business. Will zip right by to the lead. Stand on Business takes over the top spot. Rena LaBelle follows through now to second. Here comes Mooter Tutor. Will take over in third. Don't Ask Again now back to fourth. Hot for Her was trapped in. Finally gets to the outside fifth, as does Pixie Stardust in sixth. 130 2 for 3/4. 130. 2/5 for 3/4, 28 2 backside. As the Business has picked up Stand on Business. Will lead them into the stretch. Rena LaBelle moves to the outside, but Stand on Business is pulling away. Up the inside, Don't Ask Again with some new life. Mooter Tutor now to second. Mooter Tutor on the outside. Mooter Tutor in 2 minutes and 4/5. Two-year-old Philly Pacers lined up, race 8. They're off. That's the 4, Oakwood May Win, and the 6, Perfect Thought. We'll duel for that early lead. Perfect Thought clears to the lead early. Way third is the 2, Una with Tuna. That's Okay My Way in fourth, and Sweet Baby Blues in fifth. Single file through that first turn. It's Perfect Thought and Anthony McDonald on top. Racing second is Oakwood May Win. Una with Tuna is third. Okay My Way paces fourth, and Sweet Baby Blues fifth. 30 2 for the opening quarter. 30 2/5 for that first quarter. Perfect Thought leads him by the stands for the first time. Oakwood May Win is second. Third is Una with Tuna, followed by Okay My Way in fourth. Sweet Baby Blues fifth. A bit spaced out into the turn. Perfect Thought shows the way thus far. Will lead him to the half in 1 minute, 2/5. 1 minute, 2/5 for the half. 30 seconds even for that second quarter. As they're on to the backside now. Perfect Thought steps on the gas pedal. Oakwood May Win still second. A couple lengths to Una with Tuna third. Okay My Way is fourth. Sweet Baby Blues fifth. Perfect Thought now off to an 8-length lead, maybe a 10-length lead. And 127 3 for 3/4. Perfect Thought putting on a show here. As they race around the final turn, it's Oakwood May Win second. Okay My Way and Una with Tuna trying to keep up, but in the stretch, it's all Perfect Thought drawn well clear of this field. Perfect Thought reaches the line. 154 3. Two-year-old Philly Trotters lined up, race 9. They're off. Madam President going right out to the lead. The 3, Island Gypsy will go to second. On the outside third, that's the 5, Tomboy Strong. Inside fourth is the 2, Good Miss Gracious. Away fifth is the 4, Suetta. And the 6, Magical Gold will settle at the back. Sort things out quickly here as these two-year-old Philly Trotters make their way through the rain around that first turn over to the opening quarter marker. Madam President and Chris Page lead it for the Burke Stable. They reach that first quarter in 32 seconds. 32 seconds flat for the first quarter. down the stretch and by the stands for the first time. Racing second, that's the 3 Island Gypsy. Tomboy Strong is third, followed by Good Miss Gracious in fourth. Sueta is fifth. Magical Gold trails. This field of 6 trotters heads into the turn over to the half. Madam President from the 1 hole took the early lead and is looking to go the distance by the half in 1:04 to win 32 second quarters to open up this one. And now moving to the outside and going after the leader. Here comes Tomboy Strong and Anthony McDonald. Tomboy Strong now takes over the top spot. Madam President back to second. 3 lengths back to Island Gypsy in third. Sueta looking to the outside fourth. Outside fifth is Magical Gold. Good Miss Gracious is sixth. As Tomboy Strong now by 3/4 in 1:32 and 3. Off stride goes Madam President. Madam President makes the break. 1:32 and 3/5 for 3/4 as Tomboy Strong has distanced herself from this field. Top of the stretch, Tomboy Strong turns for home, and they are not going to catch her. Sueta has moved up to second now. Battles on for third. Here comes Good Miss Gracious up the lightning lane, but Tomboy Strong gets the win in 2:01 1/5. Race 10 Pacers are underway from the middle of the pack. It's the 4, She Has Real Energy, and the 3, Karma Is My Boyfriend. From the outside, the 7, Secrets of Tell now moving up to the lead. Here comes the 6, Sweet Lake. Outside of the 4, She Has Real Energy. Away fourth is the 5, Shikari. Up the inside fifth is Beachy's Mistress, and Karma Is My Boyfriend will back off sixth as they'll get single file and race over to that first quarter marker. Mike Wilder and Secrets of Tell will win the early battle for the lead by the first quarter in 29 and 4, 29 4/5 for that first quarter. They'll head by the stands for the first time. Sweet Lake is second. She Has Real Energy paces third, followed by Shikari in fourth. Beachy's Mistress is fifth. Karma Is My Boyfriend can see them all as they race into the turn. Secrets of Tell on the engine for the Altmaier stable. Right there in second is Sweet Lake. She Has Real Energy third as this field moves past the half in 1:01 and 2, 1:01 2/5 for the half. Off the turn and on to the backside. Secrets of Tell shows the way. Racing second is Sweet Lake. She Has Real Energy now moves to the outside in third. Shikari will follow that cover in fourth. Beachy's Mistress still fifth. Karma Is My Boyfriend still sixth as we have a new leader. She Has Real Energy takes over the lead. Shikari still moving forward, looking for second is by 3/4 in 1:30 and 2. 29 seconds flat for that backside. They race around the final turn. It's She Has Real Energy with the lead. Shikari has moved up to second and goes after the leader. Is there at the top of the stretch coming home. She Has Real Energy looking to clear Shikari. Shikari not going away. Neither is Secrets of Tell. But coming home, She Has Real Energy hangs on in 1:57 and 3. Two-year-old Colton Gelding trotters on gate for race 11. They're off. It's the 3, Hattrick Patrick. Out for the lead, but on the outside, here comes the 5, Big Mahoff. Will take the lead for Brady Brown. Dropping to the inside second is the 4, Go Strong Hanover. Hattrick Patrick now back to third. Fourth is Moontime Money. Racing fifth is Express Train, and the 6, Rose Run Banker, is your trailer as they move single file around the first turn over to the first quarter marker. Big Mahoff for the Schofel stable by the first quarter in 30 and 2/5, 30 and 2 for that opening quarter. They'll head by the stands for the first time. Go Strong Hanover is second, followed by Hattrick Patrick in third. Moontime Money trots fourth. Fifth is Express Train, and Rose Run Banker is sixth. Field of six. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters make their way into the turn towards the halfway point. It's Big Mahoff with the lead. Second is Go Strong Hanover's there by the half in 101 and 3. 101 3/5 for the half. 31 and 1 for that second quarter as they're on to the backside now. Big Mahoff with the lead. Go Strong Hanover right on Brady's helmet in second. Patrick's right there in third. Moontime Money is fourth. Now moving to the outside. Following the cover fifth is Rose Run Banker. Express Train is sixth. 4 in, 2 out by 3/4 in 131 and 1. 131 1/5 for 3/4. 29 and 3 for that backside. Off stride goes Moontime Money. Moontime Money makes a break around the last turn. It's still Big Mahoff with the lead. Off the turn and into the stretch. Go Strong Hanover. Now getting a challenge, but Patrick goes off stride as well. Rose Run Banker now moves in the second, closing in on the leader, Big Mahoff. Big Mahoff wins it 2 minutes, 1/5. They're off. It's the 2 Life Story Mickey going straight out to the lead. The 6 Quill Gordon. Challenges on the outside. Here comes the 3 back 9 bar between horses. On the outside, the 5 Skull and Crossbones. Away fifth on the inside is the 1 Jaybird. 6 the 4 Field Trip. Everybody wants the front at the start. They'll finally start to get things sorted out as Quill Gordon now settles in the lead. But right back to the outside, here comes Life Story Mickey. McDonald wants the front. And he's going to take it away by that first quarter marker in 32 and 1. 32 1/5 for the first quarter. Now single file ahead by the stands for the first time. It's Life Story Mickey with the lead. Quill Gordon is second. Third is Back 9 Bar, followed by Skull and Crossbones fourth. Fifth is Jaybird, and Field Trip is sixth. Freshman Colton Gelding Pacers. Single file into the turn over to the half. Anthony McDonald has put Life Story Mickey on the engine. They'll race past the half in 104 and 3. 104 3/5 for the half. They're now on to the backside. It's Life Story Mickey in command, but coming to the outside, here comes Jeremy Endoff and Quill Gordon. Will go back to the lead. Back 9 bar still in third. That's Skull and Crossbones fourth. Jaybird is fifth. Field Trip is sixth. Coming back on the inside is Life Story Mickey. Quill Gordon now back to second again. Life Story Mickey turns away the challenge. 3/4 in 133 and 1. 28 and 3 for that backside. Pace has picked up, and Life Story Mickey has cleared back to the lead. Quill Gordon will look to mount another challenge as Endoff goes to the lightning lane. They're into the stretch coming home. Life Story Mickey trying to hang tough. Quill Gordon closing on that inside. Back 9 bar between horses. Coming home, it's Life Story Mickey. Hangs on in 201 and 2. Two-year-old filly trotters on gate for the 13th. They're off from the outside. It's the 6 Intisar Mill. Inside, the 2 Degas will battle it out for the early lead. Watching the battle from third is the 3 Darling Corey. Outside fourth is the 5 Ginny Fizz Hanover. The inside fifth is the 1 Captain Cannoli, and the 4 RT Pretty Girl will drop to sixth as they race their way around the turn. Some heavy rain falling now for this 13th race. This field is led by the 6 Intisar Mill. They'll race their way around the turn over to that first quarter marker in 30 and 3, 30 and 3/5 for the first quarter. It's Intisar Mill with the lead. Degas is second. Third is Ginny Fizz Hanover. Moving up on the outside into fourth is the 1 Captain Cannoli. Fifth is Darling Corey. And RT Pretty Girl trots at the back. Single file now. They'll head into the turn over to the half. This field is led by Intezar Mill for the Beachy stable. Racing second, that is Degas. Third is Jenny Fizz Hanover, as they're by the half in 101 and 3. 101 3/5 for the half. 31 seconds for that second panel as they'll head down the backstride. Off stride went the 4 RT Pretty Girl. RT Pretty Girl made a break. As the top 5 start to bunch up now from back, here comes the 3 Darling Corey, now 4th and looking for 3rd. But this field still led by Intezar Mill and Wren. Degas still in second by 3/4, 131 and 3, 131 3/5 for 3/4, 30 seconds on that backside. Intezar Mill now steps up that pace. Degas going to try and respond. Darling Corey on the outside now up to 3rd, is there at the top of the stretch coming home. Intezar Mill has led it every step of the way. Degas going to try and hold on for 2nd as Jenny Fizz Hanover comes up the inside. But coming home, it's all Intezar Mill. Time for the mile, 2 minutes, 3/5. They're off on the outside. It's the 7 Spoon Fed going straight to the lead. Here comes the 5 Lottie Da between horses. The 3 Swishy Pants will stay to the inside 3rd. Away 4th is the 2 Lovebug Hanover. 5th is the 4 Vegas Queen. And trailing the field 6th is the 1 SP Dreamino Red Bull. Field works their way around the turn over to that opening quarter marker. Mike Wilder and Spoon Fed have command. Racing second, that's the Lottie Da. 30 and 2/5 for that first quarter by the first quarter in 30 and 2/5. They'll make their way into the stretch. Head past the stands for the first time. Racing third is Swishy Pants. That's Lovebug Hanover in 4th, followed by Vegas Queen 5th and SP Dreamino Red Bull in 6th. Field will tighten up as they head into the turn over to the half. Spoon Fed for trainer Doug Snyder. Driver Mike Wilder. They will lead this field by the half in 101. 101 for the half, 30 and 3. For that second panel, they're on to the backside now. Lottie Da is second, followed by Swishy Pants 3rd. Couple lengths to Lovebug Hanover in 4th. Vegas Queen still in 5th, and SP Dreamino Red Bull is 6th. No one making a move yet. Everyone content to stay single file as this field navigates their way through the raindrops over to the 3/4 in 130 and 3, 130 and 3/5 for 3/4, 29 and 3 backside as they're into the turn, moving now to the outside from 4th, now 3rd. Here comes Lovebug Hanover. Vegas Queen will follow as they're at the top of the stretch. They turn for home. It's Spoon Fed sprinting off from this field. Lottie Da is going to have to hold on to 2nd over Lovebug Hanover, but coming home, this one is all Spoon Fed. Time for the mile, 158 2/5. They're off from the outside. It's the 6 Worldly Dream who will take the top spot early over the 5 Stablemate Family Guy. Up the inside 3rd is the 1 Captain Doolittle. Away 4th is the 4 Come and Get Me, as they'll head into the turn in 5th. That is Tekovas, as the 4 Come and Get Me makes a break. Off stride goes the 4 Come and Get Me. This field of 5 works around the turn and to that opening quarter mark in 29 and 3, 29 and 3/5 for that first quarter. Schoeffel Stable has control of the top 2 spots. Worldly Dream leads it. Family Guy right there in 2nd. Captain Doolittle closes the gap in 3rd. 4th is Tekovas, and backtrotting in 5th is the 4 Come and Get Me. 2-year-old Colton Gelding trotters make their way to the halfway point. It's Worldly Dream on top. 1 minute flat for the half. 1 minute for that half. 30 and 2 For the second panel, they'll head down the backside. Worldly Dream shows the way over Family Guy in second. Got back to Captain Doolittle in third. Tecovas is fourth. Come and Get Me trails the field as the Trotters make their way over to 3/4. Worldly Dream has led it every step of the way so far. 128-2. 128-2 for 3/4. 28-2. Quick backside as Family Guy keeps up in second. Gap back to the battle for third between Tecovas and Captain Doolittle as they're at the top of the stretch coming home. Worldly Dream has the lead. Family Guy going to move to the outside as Worldly Dream will take the win in race 15 in a time of 1:58 4/5. They're off. That's the 2 Leland Hanover out for the early lead, but here comes the 5 Baby Jack Hanover and the 6 odds-on favorite. Those 3 will battle it out early. Staying to the inside. Fourth is the 1 Lose Change. Fifth is the 3 Los Alamitos. Sixth is the 4 Touched by the Sea, and on the outside in seventh is the 7 Numbers. They'll get it sorted out as Baby Jack Hanover for Jeremy Indoff. We'll take that early lead. Settling for second early is the 2 Leland Hanover by the first quarter in 32 seconds. 32 seconds for the first quarter as the sun finally pokes through the clouds. These 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers make their way by the stands for the first time. Baby Jack Hanover leads. Second is Leland Hanover. Racing third is the 6 odds-on favorite. Loose Change is fourth. That's Los Alamitos in fifth. They'll head into the turn. Sixth is Numbers, and at the back seventh is Touched by the Sea. 102-3 for the half. 102 3/5 at the halfway marker. This field of 7 heads down the backside. Baby Jack Hanover continues to lead. Leland Hanover is second. That's odds-on favorite in third, followed by Loose Change in fourth. Los Alamitos still fifth. Sixth is Numbers. Touched by the Sea is seventh. No movement on that backside as they'll race over to the 3/4 marker in 131. 131 for 3/4. 28 2/5 for that backside. As a challenge now on the outside, here comes odds-on favorite. The challenge for the lead. Leland Hanover looking for some room as well. Top of the stretch, they're coming home. Baby Jack Hanover's led it every step of the way. Odds-on favorite now challenging. These 2 will go door to door through the lane on the outside. Odds-on favorite will get the win in 1:59. Race 17 Trotters are at the gate. They're off. That's the 4 Love Sensation going straight to the early lead. On the outside is the 7 Charcuterie for second. Looking for third is the 2 Wendell in Hanover. 3 wide for fourth. Between horses, here comes the 5 Hell of a Diva. Outside is the 6 Xena Kemp. The 1 7 Lick Range is sixth. And trailing the field in seventh is the 3 Ladies Lucky Money. Around the turn and over to that opening quarter marker. Love Sensation will reach it in 30 3/5, 30 3. For that first quarter, as off stride goes the 1 7 Lick Range. 7 Lick Range has made a break. Love Sensation by the stands for the first time, followed by Charcuterie in second. Third is Wendell in Hanover. As they'll race into the turn, Hell of a Diva is fourth. Racing fifth is Xena Kemp. Sixth is Ladies Lucky Money. And back trotting in seventh is the 1 7 Lick Range. They went by the half in 101 3. 101 3. for the half. As off stride goes the 2, Wendell in Hanover. Wendell in Hanover now makes a break. As the top 2 have a gap on the field, the 4, Love Sensation, still shows the way. Charcuterie has been right there in second. Now moving up on the outside, taking over third. Here comes Zena Kemp. They're by 3/4 and 131. 131 for 3/4. 29 and 2 for that backside. As they race around the final turn, it's still Love Sensation on top. Here comes Charcuterie looking to the outside. 3 wide. Here comes Zena Kemp. They're at the top of the stretch coming home. Love Sensation still has it, but Charcuterie, and now on the outside, Zena Kemp takes over. Late speed from Ladies Lucky Money, but coming home, it's going to be Zena Kemp. Time for the mile, 2:01 1/5. Two-year-old filly pacers lined up. Race 18. They're off. That's the 5, Sunflower Hanover, looking for the early lead. The 4, Kiss a Stranger, away second. Third is the 2, Gentilly. The 1, Here Comes Jane. We'll get to the rail fourth. Backing off fifth is the 3, L Woods, and away sixth. That's the 6, Lil Keisha. Philly Pacers around that first turn, headed over to the first quarter marker. Field is led by the 5, Sunflower Hanover. Kiss a Stranger is second. That's Gentilly third. So by that first quarter in 30 and 1/5, 30 and 1/5 for the opening quarter. Head by the stands for the first time. Sunflower Hanover is your leader, followed by Kiss a Stranger in second. Gentilly paces third. Fourth is Here Comes Jane. That's L Woods in fifth and Lil Keisha in sixth. Into the turn and over to the halfway point. Sunflower Hanover is the leader. Kiss a Stranger is right there in second by the half in 1:01. 1:01 flat for the half. Off the turn and on to the backside now. Sunflower Hanover led it every step of the way so far. Kiss a Stranger not going away in second. Gentilly is third. Then a bit of a gap back to Here Comes Jane. Now on the outside, it's L Woods taking over that fourth spot. And sixth is Lil Keisha as we got a battle at the front of the field. Kiss a Stranger getting a bit rough, but still on to challenge the leader, Sunflower Hanover. 130 and 1/5 for 3/4. 130, 1/5 for 3/4 as here comes Wren and Gentilly. We'll go right on by on the outside. Gentilly takes over the lead. They're at the top of the stretch coming home. Sunflower Hanover looking to fight back in second. Kiss a Stranger still third. Now to the lightning lane, some late speed from Lil Keisha coming home. This one is going to be Gentilly on top. Gentilly. Time for the mile, 1:59 4/5. Two-year-old filly trotters revved up and ready for race 19. They're off. That's RT, Alley Cat, and Dave Brickle. They want the front. They got it. The 1, Interesting Emily, will move up second. Away third is the 3, RN Ashley. Off stride went the 2, Midnight Minx, and the 4, Honolulu. As the 5, See You at the Lake, moves up to fourth. Spread out field moves around that first turn. RT, Alley Cat for Tommy Logry Jr. has a nice sized lead as the rest of the field will try and catch up over to that first quarter marker in 31 and 4. 31 4/5 for that opening quarter. They'll head by the stands for the first time. RT Alley Cat shows the way. Racing second is Interesting Emily. Third is the 3, RN Ashley. Trotting fourth, that's the 5, See You at the Lake. The 4, Honolulu, trying to catch up in fifth. And the 2, Midnight Minx, trots in sixth. They'll race over to that halfway point. RT Alley Cat still on top by the half in 105 and 2, 105, 2/5 for the half. They'll make their way down the backside. Now moving to the outside. There goes Interesting Emily, trying to take that lead away. Racing third is RN Ashley. See You at the Lake is fourth. Off stride in fifth goes Honolulu. And Midnight Minx still sixth. We got a new leader at the front of the field. Interesting Emily has now taken over. Here comes See You at the Lake, looking for second off of RT Alley Cat as they're by 3/4 and 136 and 1. 136 and 1 for 3/4. As the rain continues to fall, this field makes their way around the final turn. Interesting Emily is your leader. See You at the Lake is now cleared to second. Going after that leader is there at the top of the stretch coming home. Interesting Emily has the front. See You at the Lake going to settle for second. RN Ashley third, coming home. Interesting Emily. Time for the mile, 2:06, 1/5.